Insights with Terri Coots, a weekly look through the eyes of predictive astrologer Terri Coots. Here's Terri.
Hi everyone, this is Terri, and you're listening to Insights with Terri Coots. Thank you for joining me. I really honor and respect and am so grateful for your time. We are going to be talking about June the 25th through July the 2nd, 2023. What's going on in the universe and how is that going to affect us? We are still in a Cancer energy in the sun sign being that zodiac sign that's at the eastern horizon, how we dawn on people. And Cancer is a loving, kind, homebody, loyal, very sensitive energy field. One that can help us understand another person, kind of step into their moccasins, so to speak. So that's an energy field that's been given to us so that we can understand what other people are going through and meet them where they are, not where we think they should be, not where we think it's our opinion of how they should be living their life, but where are they right now? And Mercury, the planet of the mind and how we process, how we think, that's still in Gemini. Now on the 28th, that goes into Cancer as well. It's been in Gemini for quite a while as it went retrograde for a while, so that delayed us changing signs. So the comparison and the compatibility, the support of the sun sign Cancer and it moving into how we think, Mercury in Cancer, that's going to be a pretty weepy time. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. What I mean is you'll be crying at commercials. You'll truly feel what other people are going through. It's a great energy field to really look around us and see what's going on. And how do I come to an understanding of it? How do I see the other person's side? This is just a real good open door if we want to try to understand. And truthfully, my mind's broken at this stage. I'm finding it hard to understand anything anymore. And if people ask me my opinion, I say I don't have any. I am so confused, I can't even have an opinion. I wouldn't trust my opinion anymore. So this is a time to try and wrap our minds around what's going on with other people. Why the divisiveness? Why the anger? And if your mind is open to it, you will get some clarity. You will get some answers. There's been a few answers come up for me, and I'm so grateful that the universe has taken the time to try to instruct me through situations so that I can have my eyes opened and understand things too. So if you are willing, student, and you really truly in humility want answers to work through this forward, they will offer it to you. So this is our time for it, kids. Venus, the planet of love and beauty and attraction, is still in that Leo sign. So we have a fire sign in that romantic energy field. We also have Leo in Mars. That's going to stay there for a little bit. Those two energy fields could offer us passion, could offer us fire, maybe a little impetuousness. So we just have to be cautious. What are you stepping into? Is it something that you really want to step into? Before you step into it, nip to your ankles, knees, thighs. So just watch for impulsiveness. Is not a bad thing. I've been very impulsive at many times in my life, and it was not a bad thing. But sometimes it takes a little bit digging out of, so just watch for that. But if you're in the mood for a passionate romance, and that could be somebody that you're already with, kindling that fire a little bit, blowing on it, getting the flames going, or initiating a new one, this is the time that they'll allow us to look at it. Now, the beginning of the week, our vulnerable place is going to be our kidneys, the bladder. So watch your animals, watch your kids, watch yourself. If you know this is the time for bladder infections, kidney infections, and that's kind of a silent thing in many cases. So many people get blindsided by it because it's such a quiet thing. So just pay attention to your body. That's what they've been screaming at me to tell my clients for the last few months, to pay attention to our bodies, because our bodies will speak to us and help us get them to be the best that they can possibly be, because that's our only vehicle And we want to take care of it, just like your car. If it's your only car and you can't afford another one, you do want to take care of it. So vulnerable area in kidneys, bladder, the urinary bladder, all of that whole area, just keep an eye on it. Then Wednesday, towards the middle of the week, if you're vulnerable in the prostate, our genitals, that can be the next focal point. So if there is any vulnerability in there, just pay attention to it. Do what you have to do to keep those little parts happy. And then towards the end of the week, it'll move to liver, the hips, the thighs, the sacrum. Those can be vulnerable. So if you're eating foods or drinking things that are challenging to your liver, you might want to be a little more respectful of that body part. So just keep an eye on it, kids. It's something that they're giving us a heads up for it. Even if you wanted to do a kidney cleanse or a liver cleanse, if you have bad feet and you're not careful of the shoes that you're wearing, that can migrate up to your knees and your hips and your thighs, causing more problems. So just be on top of that. Now, the number that was given to us is the number 2 for this week. So number 2, we don't get very often. We seem to get a lot of number 1s, but number 2 is a little bit of a stranger for us. And that's asking us, and I'm always amazed at the synchronicity of it all. It's asking us to be tolerant and kind. Wow. With that Cancer energy, with everything that's going on, wow. Number 2 offers good intuition, which pairs nicely with that Cancer energy, which is an intuitive zodiac sign. Cancer traditionally can be like an empath, or just so sensitive that you can actually feel what another person's feeling, and very, very psychic. Kind of mushy psychic. Number 2 is asking us to listen to others, to be patient, to learn the art of diplomacy, which we have totally put by the wayside. I used to be really hard on diplomacy. I used to, feeling that I knew everything, just want people to say it like it is. Just say it like it is. Don't dink around with this. But now that I've seen these people with no diplomacy whatsoever, I have more respect for diplomacy and a person that is able to be articulate and able to express themselves without being an idiot. So, number 2 is going to give us the opportunity to listen to others, to be patient, and to learn the art of diplomacy. Now, what we've got to be careful of is with all this soft energy, not weak, but soft, we may lack some courage to implement some of our plans. If we've made plans, which we were supposed to do, not too late, you can still do it. And don't leave the initiative to other people to get it going. Look at what plans you need to put in place. How do I want to do them? Because with this Cancer energy, we can be taking other people into consideration as well. Not to immobilize ourselves, but to help ourselves understand that other people have feelings too. This energy field will help us have the ability to reconcile. This is wonderful. It's just wonderful because forgiveness is a huge thing right now. The universe is offering us opportunities to forgive. So people that are in dispute, this is offering us the opportunity to see the other side, to successfully cooperate with others. And that's what the number 2 pairing with the Cancer energy and that Leo energy to accomplish. Wow. Now, the weakness of number 2 being paired can be clinging. Clinging to another person, clinging to our property, clinging to our old outmoded thoughts. We can be bothered by small problems. We have to look at the big picture, not get caught in little events. It could challenge us to be passive and give in to circumstances as opposed to trying to fix them. So, it will offer us an opportunity to poorly cope with stress. You don't want to go there. You really don't want to go there. And we could become distracted and nervous if there's not peace and quiet around us. So take your temperature and see if you're feeling nervous. I'm noticing myself. I'm not a nervous person naturally. But I'm noticing lately there are events that I've been going to and the noise is so loud and I can't hear what the people are saying. And it's important to me personally to listen fully and wholly. And I become nervous because what if I didn't hear them right? What if I'm not sure? And this nervousness is translating in, I just got to get out of here. So watch your body. Your body's going to talk to you about this. Watch if you're being distracted. And look for peace. When you're starting to feel that way, walk away. Maybe go get a hot dog at the hot dog stand, or go sit in the car, or go play with the animals, and that'll calm you right down. So that's what we've got going for us this way for number 2, and that Cancer energy and that Leo energy. I did pull some cards, and I would like to share some of the message that my guides have offered to me to share with you. One of the energy fields is in the physical environment. And the physical is, our money, our security, our comforts, our health, our body. So all of that energy is offering us the opportunity to be self-reliant if we choose, to look at what we've produced and lean on that. So as a farmer, how I understand this to be is that if you take care of your crop, you nurture it, you fertilize it, you care for it, you have a crop that you can harvest, which will feed your family, feed your neighbors, and maybe give you a little bit of money for other things. So it's self-reliant. So they're asking us to look at how can you see yourself relying on yourself? How can you see yourself being self-sufficient? And that's what this energy is asking us to look at. Have you looked at maybe canning lately? Are you looking at maybe making food from scratch? How does that translate to you and for you? The next one, which is really cool, is a love card, which I love. I always love. And this is about mutuality. It's about a happy union. Again, pairing with all that energy that we talked about before, how do we share with others? How do we express and feel warmth? What type of attraction is there for us? And how are we attractive to other people? This can be the early stages of relationships that can really generate harmony. It can be romance, yes, but that's not particularly what it's focused at and about. So they just want us to really look at cooperation, reciprocity, kindness, balance of give and take, affection, an end to hostilities. That's what they're really begging us. My guides are begging us to take that into consideration, to try, not necessarily agree, but to understand the other side, to fight and work for emotional equilibrium, that harmony and union, mutual respect, finding a common ground. So it's reconciliation. So they're looking at us to recommit to our relationships, to recommit to our plans, to recommit to ourselves. So this is an energy field that will support that. That's what they're asking of us. Now, they're saying that some people will be going through a fair amount of sorrow, not necessarily just this week, but accumulative, given what we've gone through with the pandemic, given the loss that we've had of so many friends and family. So they're asking us to be aware, to be cognizant of the grief that we have gone through, the losses that we have sustained and tried to come back from, and to honor it, not wallow in it, not get stuck in it, but to acknowledge it and then move past it. That's what they're asking us to do. And that's what's required of us this week. Before I close off, I would like to just bring to your attention that John B. and myself will be hosting another radio show on the new radio CKBG in Amherstburg. It's FM 107.9, The Berg. It's out of Amherstburg. It does cover a small area. It's not like CKLW, but it's growing. It's going to be a talk show call-in program. So if you have questions or you want to ask me something that pertains to you or a family member or a friend, whatever, your dog, your family, your life, we would be happy to entertain it. I wish I had a number for you to log and call, but I don't. That'll be forthcoming. But if you can log in your calendars, John B. and I start Sundays from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and our first show is going to be July the 9th. And that, again, is going to be on FM 107.9, Amherstburg, CKBG. Look us up. It'll be an interesting ride. And I would like to thank Charlie O'Brien again and again and again. He's put us on Spotify podcasts, on Apple iTunes, on Amazon Music, SoundCloud, on YouTube. He will give me the link, and I will put that on Facebook for you. I thank you so much, Charlie, for all the work. The website is www.terriworld.com, and he's archived some of the last 4 or 5 podcasts if you happen to miss them, or you want to go back and refer to it. So again, Charlie O'Brien, for any of your technical needs, and he's amazing at photography. If you have anything that you want him to take pictures of, weddings, confirmations, baptisms, anything, he really is good at photography. And you can Google him if you're interested, or you can get a hold of me at www.terriworld.com, or you can text me 519-726-6699, or you can email me at terri.coutts@gmail.com. I can give you his information, and or if you want a reading for yourself, don't hesitate to use those numbers and book an appointment for yourself. And again, don't forget July the 9th for the talk show, call in CKBG The Berg 107.9 FM, 9 o'clock, July the 9th from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. You have yourself a wonderful week, everybody. Love each other. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Insights with Terri Coots. Visit Terri's website at terriworld.com, TERRI world.com.